Hello and welcome to Dave the Soup Betting. Well, York was interesting today. The three selections, one at Carlisle, two at York. The one at Carlisle, no, didn't like the draw, but it just wasn't good enough on the day. The £2 million horse, I told you it wasn't quick enough. Got the winner, 11-4, put out there at 5-2. A lot of people, someone actually got threes. I don't know how they got that. Lucky people. Coming to 2-1, return 2-1. I think he broke the course record. He never laid a finger on it. It really won easy. The £2 million horse, I think they ought to get some of the money back. The last one at York, the selection which ran in the later race at York, it just continually got hampered by misattitude. It was lent on and lent on and lent on, then squeezed out. He had to be switched. He dropped back to last, had to be switched wide, well, up to the rail, and it stayed on. I think without being hampered, it could have got a place, but I don't think it would have won. So a small profit on the day. I'll take that. Did anyone notice Knightswood? There's something not right with the Johnson team. There's something definitely not right. That horse off that pace, it should have quickened. It should have quickened it. There was nothing there. There's something not right with them. Bang out. Anyway, I'll get the day right. Today's Wednesday. This is for Thursday's racing. I've only got one. Here's the race. Well, that's the race I'm looking at. Let's have a look at the favourite, Leo Varney. So, this is Leo Varney winning at Royal Ascot. Just under 2 furlong out. It's the one in the red cap. Now, he's had a good position throughout on the far side, and then he kicks on. He starts to come across a little bit. Now, in this race, Molan, after its unlucky Beverley race, which went in the notebook, came third at 50-1, running on this side. So he kicks on, starts to come across, jockey hits him on the left to try and correct it a few times, and wins. Well, as you can see there, it won very well at Ascot. That was only its second run on the 19th of June. It was a big price. Carl Burke's the trainer. It's not ran for 2 months. Excuse me. He's stepping up in trip to 6 furlong. The question is, in that 2 months, has it strengthened up? It should have. Should have strengthened up. Here's the second favourite, Heaven's Gate. Heaven's Gate, on its 4th run ever, getting beat by Arabian Dusk in the orange over 6 furlong at Newmarket, the last couple of furlongs. So, Heaven's Gate in front of Arabian Dusk. They're spread out across the track. They're coming out centre to stand side. This is on the July course. They're both having a battle. At the furlong pole, we're hitting the rising ground. And now Evans Gate just starts to tread the water a bit as he hits the rising ground. He does stay on, but Arabian Dust just wins quite well in the end. Arabian Dusk, Evans Gate. Now, as you can see, there's some form line there. That's the race I'm showing you. I'll show you the form of Evans Gate in a bit towards the end of the video. Let's have a look at Celandine. So this is Celandine in the black with Arabian Dusk, the one in the white face, orange and yellow colours, at Newmarket over the same 6 July course. Now this is Celandine's 3rd run and Arabian Dusk 2nd, the race before it beat Heaven's Gate. So, Celandine, Arabian Dusk. Now, Celandine doesn't stop here. He hits the furlong pole, the rising ground, and kicks on nicely. Arabian Dusk can't quite go with it. He's giving it a go. But I think this wins pretty, well, just nicely in the end. Celandine, Arabian Dusk. Now, how much did Arabian Dusk come on for that race to beat Heaven's Gate? This was its second run. So as you can see there, it won well. And it beat Arabian Dusk, which then went on to beat Heaven's Gate. Very interesting. And Heaven's Gate went on to win a big race at Naas. It's a complicated jigsaw, this one. Let's have a look at the form of everything. Let's put it all together. So let's have a full look at the race and the prices. Leo Varney's 9 to 4 Fav. Heaven's Gate 11 to 4. Most likely drifting. And Celandine is 15 to 2. 7's 15 to 2, 13 to 2. So it's 15 to 2. So Leo Varney, let's have a quick look at this. Won at Nottingham reasonably well. This is the race it won at Ascot, Group 2 fillies. It was a decent price, 22 to 1. We got Molan. This was Molan's third race. Came from behind like a Trojan. So he got beat 2 lengths, and it was staying on that day, Molan. So look at Heaven's Gate. Heaven's Gate. This is the race I showed you where it got beat by Arabian Dusk on its 4th run. Since then it's won a decent, very valuable race actually at Naas on yielding ground. But there's no world beaters in this race for all that prize money as well. But it was a well, numerically wise, slowish time on yielding ground. But this is the race behind Arabian Dusk. And look, Molan's here. So it beat Molan 1 1/4 lengths. Molan ran out of puff there. Arabian Dusk beat Heaven's Gate by 1 1/2 lengths. All this is at level weights, by the way. And then we go to Celandine. Celandine. This race, its third race, it beat Arabian Dusk. Arabian Dusk was 11 to 4 favourite, so it was fancied. The question is, was this Arabian Dusk springboard to the next win, next time out? But he beat it a length and 3/4. Made all, raced near side, ridden and faced challenge 2 out, over 1 out, kept on well and went clear inside final furlong. It run really well. Really well. And then what they did with it, it then ran at Chantilly in a Group 2 on good to soft ground. Now Araby is trained by Carl Burke. It's only a length behind. Now I think Araby's possibly Carl Burke's best 2-year-old. And it led, crossed to rail, hard pressed 3 out, ridden along, kept on well from 2 out, headed 150 yards out, no extra and weakened towards finish, lost second close home. Bearing in mind that was good to soft. The time is only slowed by standard by 0.88, which is pretty decent. And the fact is, it wasn't a fillies race. These were colts. Araby's a colt, look. Chestnut colt. So then they ran it over 5, Celandine, they ran it over 5 furlongs at Goodwood in a Group 3, again against colts. And it ran a blinder. But colts are stronger than fillies, especially at this time of year. In touch with the leaders on far side of group, no extra inside final 110 yards because they're going too quick for it. It's not that it hasn't got a stamina issues. is that they're going so quick. Time of that race, look at this. Fast by 3/4 of a second. And it was on fast ground, I grant you. So, I think Leah Varney's got the most potential. I think Heaven's Gate is the most exposed, even at this stage. And it's been beat a few times in races. Although that race at Nass, we don't know how good that was, but it didn't look fantastic. High in quantity, lacking in quality, I think. And then we've got Celandine, which has been racing against colts, and it's been doing really well, I think. The drop back to 5 at Goodwood would never have suited it, but look at the fast time. Now today, York was riding very, very fast. They've got a little bit of drizzle forecast, and there's going to be some gusts of winds of up to 40 miles an hour. So it won't affect the course, it won't affect the ground, and the times might even speed up a bit, and you need to race prominently. Now I think this race is between Leo Varney, which needs to have improved, and it needs to have improved quite a lot, and Celandine. So I'm going for Celandine each way at 15-2. That's the only selection I've got. I was going to look at some of the 1.5 mile races, but not really my cup of tea, those. I've got to pick my daughter up and then take her to the airport later on, so I'm going to get my head down. This is Dave the Sue, or should it be Dave the taxi driver? Hope you have a good Thursday at York. Fingers crossed, we might have got a winner. Bye for now.